Have you ever wondered if some of your everyday habits could be quietly sabotaging your happiness and well-being as you age? In this video, we'll explore 7 surprising things you might be doing right now that could be draining your energy, distancing you from others, and even affecting your health in ways you never imagined. Each of these habits may seem harmless, but over time, they can hold you back from living fully and enjoying the freedom that this stage of life has to offer. Stay with us as we reveal powerful ways to break free from these patterns, reclaim control, and rediscover a more fulfilling, energized, and connected life. From regaining your voice to understanding the importance of physical health and connection, every tip we share could be the key to making your later years the best they can be. So, if you're ready to unlock new possibilities and finally live the way you deserve, this is a journey you won't want to miss. If you are not subscribed, I recommend subscribing and activating the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support means a lot to me, and if you enjoyed this video, you can help me continue spreading the valuable lessons by liking and sharing it. 1. Stop accepting everything people tell you without question. As we journey through life, there comes a time when the easier route might seem to be one of silent agreement. For many older adults, it becomes almost second nature to simply nod along, to avoid friction, or to keep relationships smooth and unchallenged. After all, you've lived through countless situations, some of which may have taught you that speaking up can create tension or even conflict. So, you may start telling yourself that it's just easier this way, that letting things slide is harmless. But in reality, there's something profound being sacrificed every time you hold back. Your voice, your individuality, and, most importantly, the sense that you have power and control over your own life. Over time, the seemingly small acts of silence and passive agreement begin to accumulate, and before you know it, you've given away pieces of your autonomy without even realizing it. Society, in its subtle way, sometimes whispers that reaching a certain age means your opinions don't matter as much, that your role now is to be agreeable, to sit back and let others steer. It's easy to internalize this message, to believe that decisions are best left to younger family members, friends, or even strangers. But this belief only distances you from what you truly need and desire. The reality is when you constantly agree with everything, when you let others' words override your thoughts, you risk slowly losing your own identity. It's a gradual process, one that doesn't happen overnight but silently, in a way that's hard to notice until you realize just how far you've drifted from who you are. And this distancing doesn't just erode your confidence. It chips away at the very core of who you are. Think about it. You've spent decades gathering wisdom and insight, living through ups and downs, learning valuable lessons, and building a foundation of knowledge that younger generations can only hope to gain someday. Why let that immense storehouse of wisdom go to waste? You have an inner voice forged through years of experience, capable of guiding not only yourself but also inspiring those around you. There is no reason to hide this, to bury it under a mountain of yes, and I suppose you're right. When you give away your right to question, to disagree, or to stand up for what you believe in, you diminish not only your ability to make choices for yourself but also the richness of your life and relationships. You may think you're keeping the peace, but you're truly letting your spark dim, letting go of the pride and power that comes with knowing and expressing who you are. Every year, every challenge, every joyful memory, and every painful lesson has shaped you into someone with a unique, invaluable perspective. The experiences you've had, the hurdles you've overcome, they're all parts of a life lived fully and well. Why allow yourself to be pulled along by the tide of others' opinions and expectations? Your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs are meaningful. They are a testament to the life you've lived and the wisdom you've gained. Now is the time to hold on to them, to keep them close, and to use them as a guide for every decision you make, big or small. The world still needs your voice. Your insights, your experiences, and your judgments are a gift. Whether you're deciding on something as simple as what you want to do for the day, or as profound as how you envision the years ahead, trust in yourself. Reclaim the power of your judgment. Remember that every opinion, every preference, and every instinct you have matters deeply. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, Please comment one below to let me know that you are still here with me. Don't let the convenience of silence rob you of your sense of self, of your ability to live in alignment with what you truly believe and desire. Speak up, make your needs known, and let your voice be heard, even if it means stirring the waters. In the end, this isn't just about taking control of your life. It's about honoring the incredible journey that has brought you here and giving yourself the respect, freedom, and fulfillment you deserve. 2. Stop isolating yourself socially, even if it seems more comfortable. As we move into the later years of life, many find it tempting to retreat from the world, preferring the solace of home over the effort it takes to maintain social connections. It's easy to justify this with thoughts of exhaustion, the dwindling energy for outings, or the idea that meaningful friendships might no longer be possible. But what may start as a desire for peace can quickly become a dangerous slope, leading to isolation and loneliness, a silent thief that robs life of joy, purpose, and vitality. Avoiding social interaction might feel like the easier choice, but this choice often carries a steep, hidden cost. The more you distance yourself from others, the more loneliness seeps into your life, slowly taking hold and leaving emptiness in its wake. Isolation does not just affect the mind, it reaches far deeper, impacting the body in ways many don't realize. Countless studies have shown that prolonged social isolation doesn't just lead to sadness or melancholy. It can be a breeding ground for severe mental health issues like depression and anxiety, sometimes even slipping into a shadowed mental state that feels impossible to escape. Physical health, too, can suffer immensely. Increased risks of heart disease, weakened immune systems, high blood pressure, and even cognitive decline or dementia have been linked to loneliness and isolation. It's as though our minds and bodies instinctively know we need each other. The human brain is wired for connection. When you deprive it of social interaction, you deny it the fuel it needs to stay alert, engaged, and healthy. It's not merely about being in the same room with others, exchanging polite words, or making small talk. True connection feeds the soul in a way that cannot be replicated in solitude. Laughter with an old friend, the comfort of family, even a casual conversation with a neighbor. These moments bring color and warmth to life, lifting the spirit and adding depth to our days. You might feel that forming new connections seems daunting, especially if old friends have moved away, your family is busy, or you believe making new friendships is too difficult at this stage. But consider that community centers, local hobby groups, or even online platforms are rich with possibilities for connection. Engaging in an activity you enjoy with others can open doors to friendships, allowing you to rekindle a sense of camaraderie that you may not have felt in years. Technology, too, has made staying connected easier than ever. Video calls, messages, or even social media provide ways to reach out to loved ones who may be miles away. Every interaction, no matter how simple or small, is like a healing balm for the mind, reminding you that you are part of a larger fabric of human connection. There is beauty and strength in allowing others into your life, even if it means stepping out of your comfort zone. If you found yourself retreating into isolation, let this be a gentle reminder. Human connection is one of the most vital keys to a life rich in joy, health, and longevity. Remember, the warmth of human presence, the kindness in a friend's voice, the laughter shared over a meal, the comfort of knowing someone is there, is what makes life worth living. Don't allow the perceived ease of isolation to smother the beauty and meaning that connection can bring. Embrace the world around you, reach out, and let others back into your life. You have so much to give, and there are so many who would treasure your presence. Let yourself be a part of that connection and experience the fullness it brings to each precious moment. 3. Stop neglecting your physical health, thinking it's too late to change. This is one of the most harmful beliefs that can creep into our minds as the years pass. It's all too easy to fall into the trap of thinking that because you're no longer young, caring for your body has somehow lost its importance. The belief that your body has already had its time becomes an excuse to skip exercise, to ignore healthy eating, to put off doctor's visits. But nothing could be further from the truth. No matter your age, taking care of your physical health is as crucial as ever, and it can make a difference far beyond what you might imagine. This stage of life is when your health and well-being require even more attention and care, as the quality of these years directly impacts how fully you can live each day. Many people tell themselves that at this age, it doesn't matter what they eat or whether they exercise. They might think, I've come this far without changing my habits, so why start now? But science and real-life experiences show the opposite. Small, positive changes in your health routine, even after 60, 70, or 80 years, can lead to astonishing improvements in your quality of life. Regular exercise, even if it's something as simple as walking or light stretching, has been shown to improve balance, boost flexibility, and significantly reduce the risk of falls. Physical activity keeps your muscles strong and your joints agile, helping you remain independent and able to do the things you enjoy. Exercise also has the power to enhance your overall mobility, making it easier to get around and maintain your freedom. A well-balanced diet, focused on nourishing your body, can improve daily energy levels and combat fatigue, and it plays a critical role in preventing or managing chronic illnesses like diabetes, high blood pressure, and even heart disease, conditions that are more common as we age but far from inevitable. There's another aspect to physical health that's just as important but often overlooked: the impact on your emotional and mental well-being. When you take steps to care for your body, your mind benefits just as much. A healthy, active body fosters a more vibrant, positive mindset. Every time you finish a walk, prepare a healthy meal, or make it to a medical appointment, you're reinforcing the message that you're worthy of care and respect. This strengthens your self-esteem and renews your sense of confidence. Taking care of yourself, even in seemingly small ways, can remind you that life still holds many possibilities, and you're capable of embracing them. This sense of vitality boosts your mood, helping you feel hopeful and engaged rather than resigned or disconnected. Taking charge of your health today doesn't just mean adding years to your life. It means adding life to your years. Imagine being able to enjoy moments with family, explore new hobbies, or simply savor the pleasures of each day without feeling limited by physical discomfort or preventable health issues. By giving your body the attention it deserves, you're not only improving your physical health, you're also opening doors to a richer, fuller life. It's a gift you're giving to yourself, one that allows you to live each day with energy and enthusiasm, knowing you're doing everything you can to make the most of the time ahead. The truth is, it's never too late to take a step toward better health. Each positive action, no matter how small, is a statement that you value yourself and your well-being. So, don't let age hold you back from experiencing the strength and vitality that comes from caring for your body. Stand up, move, nourish yourself, and remember that every day is a chance to enhance your life. The journey to a healthier, happier self can start today, and the benefits will not only transform your body but lift your spirit and enrich every precious moment you have yet to experience. 4. Stop living in the past and allowing memories of old times to dominate your present. While it's natural to look back and cherish the moments that shaped you, allowing these memories to monopolize your mind can quietly steal away the beauty of the present and dim the hope of what lies ahead. So many people in their later years fall into the comforting embrace of nostalgia, convinced that the best days are already behind them. But this belief can shackle your potential, chaining you to memories and regrets instead of setting you free to savor the richness of the here and now. Yes, those days were meaningful, filled with cherished people, pivotal choices, and irreplaceable experiences. But if they overshadow your present, they prevent you from seeing the beauty and possibility that still exist in your life today. Maybe you remember faces that have long since faded from your life, or perhaps you replay decisions that could have gone differently, opportunities you missed, or chances you wished you'd taken. While reflection can bring understanding and peace, dwelling too heavily on what could have been can breed frustration, regret, and even sadness. It's crucial to accept that the past cannot be altered. What you do have power over is this very moment, this precious, fleeting chance to shape your story as it unfolds right now. Embracing the present with an open heart is an act of courage and self-love, allowing you to craft new memories and find joy in the simplicity of today. Many feel that being in a later stage of life means the window of opportunity has closed, and that there's little room left for new adventures or meaningful experiences. But this couldn't be further from the truth. Every single day that you wake up is a fresh page, inviting you to live fully and discover something you never thought possible. Even the smallest experiences, a hobby you've never tried, a book you've always wanted to read, a recipe you'd like to master, can spark joy and fulfillment. Embracing these new endeavors, however small, breathes life into each day, igniting a sense of purpose and wonder. Don't underestimate the power of forming new friendships, engaging in your community, or learning a skill. These pursuits remind you that life, in all its stages, is meant to be savored and explored, not just remembered. Allow yourself to visit the past, but don't let it dominate your thoughts. Each memory is like a treasure to be admired, not an anchor to keep you from moving forward. By gently placing the past in its rightful place, as cherished memories rather than the center of your life, you open up space for the present to flourish. In doing so, you create a balance where you can honor the life you've lived while eagerly stepping forward into each new day. The past has been lived, and it has given you its gifts. Now, grant yourself the freedom to live in this moment. Take each day as a fresh opportunity to experience laughter, joy, love, and contentment. Let yourself imagine, explore, and create, as you are still an author of your own story. With each breath, each sunrise, life extends an invitation to embrace all that you are, right now, and to savor the beauty of the journey that continues. 5. Stop sacrificing yourself for others at the expense of your happiness and well-being. For many people, this pattern of self-sacrifice becomes an ingrained habit, rooted in a deep sense of responsibility or a desire to show love. For those who have spent their lives in caregiving roles, it can feel almost second nature to put others first. You might tell yourself that prioritizing the happiness and well-being of those you love is just what you're supposed to do, especially if you've always been the backbone of your family. But with time, this seemingly noble act of sacrifice can turn into something far more dangerous, a silent but steady erosion of your happiness, health, and identity. When you consistently put others' needs above your own, you begin to lose sight of yourself, and that's not only harmful to you but, in the long run, to those you care for. Reflect on all the years you've spent setting aside your dreams, silencing your desires, and even disregarding your health to make sure others are comfortable and content. Perhaps you thought this was an expression of love, or maybe you believed it was simply your duty. But as you enter this stage of life, a time when your energy, peace, and happiness should finally be your priority, it's important to confront a difficult truth. Sacrificing your well-being for others cannot be sustained without a toll. Over time, those around you may come to take your sacrifices for granted, expecting you to continue putting yourself second without even realizing the profound impact it has on you. You might feel invisible, taken for granted, or even used, and this feeling can eat away at your spirit, leaving you emotionally and physically drained. It might be painful to admit, but while you pour your energy into others, they may continue living their lives without ever stopping to ask how you're doing, or without offering to lift some of the burden from your shoulders. This quiet imbalance can breed a deep-seated resentment that's hard to shake. You might begin to feel frustrated, even angry, that after years of giving so much, the people you cared for may not be there to give back when you need them most. And while the sense of duty or love that drives you to give so much can be beautiful, if it becomes a one-sided exchange, it can leave you feeling utterly empty, exhausted, and even bitter. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 2 below to let me know that you are still here with me. What's worse, by staying in this cycle of self-sacrifice, you're not only relinquishing your happiness, you're risking your health. Overextending yourself physically, mentally, and emotionally for the sake of others can lead to burnout, illness, and a loss of zest for life. The time and energy you've poured into everyone else's needs while overlooking your own have worn away at your well-being. And if you continue on this path, you may reach a point where the toll on your health becomes irreversible. What many people don't realize is that taking care of themselves is, in fact, the greatest gift they can give to those they love. By nurturing your well-being, you're ensuring that you'll be there for them longer and with a fuller heart. So, now is the time to break free from this pattern and put yourself first. It's okay, more than okay, to start prioritizing your happiness. Imagine what it would feel like to wake up each day knowing that your time is yours to spend as you wish. Picture yourself choosing activities that fulfill you, focusing on hobbies or passions that bring you joy, and engaging in self-care that makes you feel healthy and energized. Recognize that your happiness is just as important as anyone else's, and that taking care of yourself is an act of love toward those around you, too. Letting others take responsibility for their own lives not only frees you from the burden but also allows them to grow, become independent, and take ownership of their paths. At first, it may feel strange or even selfish to say no to others, to set boundaries, or to pursue activities that are solely for your benefit. But in reality, self-care is one of the most empowering steps you can take. It doesn't mean you're abandoning those you care about. It means you're setting a healthy example and showing them that self-respect is essential at every stage of life. You are teaching others that while love and support are valuable, they should never come at the cost of one's happiness. When you prioritize yourself, you're preserving the best parts of who you are, your energy, your joy, your passion. And in doing so, you become a better version of yourself for those who matter to you. This is your time, a chapter meant for rediscovering the things that bring you joy, peace, and fulfillment. It's your opportunity to embrace the life you want, free from the pressure of pleasing everyone else. Invest in activities that make you feel alive, whether it's learning a new skill, traveling, spending time with friends, or simply relaxing without guilt. Take each day as a chance to nurture your spirit and to revel in the freedom that comes from setting healthy boundaries. Remember, you deserve to be happy, and your happiness is a gift to yourself and those around you. Allow yourself the joy of putting your own needs first. Let go of the endless list of things you should do for others and focus on what you want to do for yourself. This is your life, your journey, and you have the power to make it one of peace, fulfillment, and true self-love. Permit yourself to say yes to you, to protect your well-being fiercely, and to experience the contentment that comes from finally, unapologetically, prioritizing your happiness. 6. Stop ignoring your own physical and emotional limits out of fear of appearing weak or incapable. In a society that often equates strength with independence and resilience with boundless energy, many people, especially in later years, develop a quiet fear of admitting they can no longer do everything they once did. For some, the idea of slowing down feels like giving up. For others, acknowledging any limitation feels like waving a white flag to aging. But this mentality, though common, can be deeply dangerous. Pushing yourself to keep up with the pace of younger years, lifting heavy objects, pushing through exhaustion, or ignoring emotional fatigue, ignores the reality that the body and mind need different levels of care and attention at different stages in life. Honoring these needs is not a weakness. It's a powerful act of wisdom and self-respect. Time moves forward for all of us, regardless of how resilient we've been. The refusal to recognize the natural changes that come with aging doesn't stop the process. It only blinds us to the risks. Trying to do everything as you did in your 30s or 40s sets you up for burnout, injury, and in many cases, greater health complications down the line. Overestimating your physical or emotional stamina can lead to injuries that are much harder to bounce back from as we age, potentially sidelining you from the things you love most. The strain of pushing through can also take a toll on your mental health, leading to feelings of frustration, helplessness, and emotional exhaustion. This overexertion often drives people to a point of burnout that could have been avoided with a little self-compassion and a recognition of personal limits. Many individuals carry a sense of pride in their ability to do everything themselves, and admitting otherwise feels like giving up a part of their identity. But in reality, understanding your limits isn't giving up, it's evolving. It's shifting from a mindset of relentless pursuit to one of mindful adaptation. You don't have to give up the activities that bring you joy, but you do need to approach them with a new level of awareness and care. Perhaps you continue gardening but opt for raised beds, or you keep walking but choose shorter, more scenic routes that allow you to enjoy the moment without overexerting yourself. True strength lies not in ignoring your limits, but in recognizing them and adjusting accordingly. It's about knowing when to say, "I need help," or "I'm going to take it easy today," without feeling guilty or embarrassed. far from being a sign of incapability, setting these boundaries is an act of self-care, a form of respect for your body and spirit. It takes courage to set aside pride and prioritize your well-being, and there is a quiet dignity in honoring what your body and mind need at this stage of life. This wisdom, this ability to discern what's best for you, is one of the greatest gifts of aging. Every time you choose to listen to your body and acknowledge your emotional needs, you're not just preventing potential injuries or mental burnout. You're preserving your energy and focus for the things that truly bring you joy. Instead of scattering your strength across every possible demand, you're able to pour your energy into moments and activities that matter most. Spending time with loved ones, pursuing your hobbies, or simply enjoying the peace that comes from slowing down and savoring life. Acknowledging your limits is not about surrender. It's about empowerment. When you allow yourself to move in harmony with your body's rhythms, you're stepping into a new strength, a strength rooted in awareness, acceptance, and care. You gain a newfound freedom to engage with life in ways that are meaningful and fulfilling, without the risk of pushing yourself too far. So let go of the fear of appearing weak or incapable. Embrace the wisdom that comes from knowing yourself and your needs. Choose to preserve your energy, protect your well-being, and live each day in a way that honors your journey, your resilience, and the incredible person you are. 7. Stop avoiding sexual relationships thinking that you've passed the age or that it's no longer for you. The belief that sexuality has an expiration date is one of the most deeply ingrained myths surrounding older age, a myth that has unfairly kept countless people from experiencing the joy, closeness, and vibrancy that comes with intimacy. The truth is that sexuality is timeless, and sexual desire is as natural in older age as it is in any other stage of life. Yet, many people feel compelled to suppress or ignore this side of themselves, often out of a sense of shame or fear of judgment. This tendency to shy away from intimacy can slowly diminish one's quality of life and even affect overall well-being. Sexuality, when embraced healthily, can remain a powerful source of pleasure, emotional connection, and mental and physical wellness throughout every chapter of life. Let's break free from the notion that intimacy is only for the young and instead recognize it as a timeless expression of human connection. One of the primary obstacles that keeps older adults from exploring their sexuality is the weight of social prejudice, often deeply internalized over the years. Society has long promoted the mistaken belief that sexual expression is a privilege of youth, something that naturally fades as we grow older, as if there's a cutoff age for intimacy. But in reality, physical and emotional intimacy can take on even richer, more profound dimensions in later life. As we age, the pressures and expectations of youth recede, and intimacy gains new meaning. The act becomes less about performance and more about genuine connection, about sharing something deeply human and beautiful with another person. In this way, intimacy in older age can transcend the physical act itself, growing into a profound experience of trust, vulnerability, and mutual understanding that few other connections can provide. Additionally, the physical changes that accompany aging often lead many to believe that their bodies are no longer suited for intimacy, leading to feelings of insecurity or self-doubt. Concerns about appearance, changes in performance, or even health conditions can create barriers to intimacy, making people feel as though their bodies are not enough. But it's important to understand that intimacy in later life is not about conforming to youthful standards. These years present an opportunity to explore new dimensions of intimacy that are often free from the pressures and anxieties that may have dominated earlier years. At this stage, it's about exploring ways to give and receive pleasure that are comfortable, meaningful, and fulfilling. Often, these experiences become richer, more intimate, and more satisfying, rooted in a deeper understanding of oneself and one's partner. The health benefits of maintaining a healthy, active sexual life in older age extend far beyond the immediate pleasure it brings. Numerous studies have shown that regular intimacy can have profound effects on physical health. The release of endorphins and oxytocin during sexual activity works wonders for mental well-being, helping to relieve stress, improve mood, and foster a sense of closeness and contentment. Additionally, intimacy can enhance the immune system, reduce the risk of heart disease, and even improve sleep quality, benefits that are invaluable as we age. For those who may struggle with anxiety or depression, the mental health benefits of intimacy can be a much-needed boost, providing relief and fostering a positive outlook on life. By allowing yourself to engage in intimate relationships, you're not only nurturing your emotional health but also actively supporting your physical health. Sexual intimacy at this stage of life is also a powerful affirmation of one's self-worth and identity. Embracing your sexuality in later years can be an empowering experience, one that reinforces the idea that age is not a limitation but a new lens through which to view life's possibilities. In a world that often pressures us to value youth above all else, choosing to embrace and express our desires is an act of resilience and self-respect. It says, "I am here, I am worthy of love and connection, and I deserve to experience all of life's joys." This journey of self-acceptance allows you to connect with your partner in deeper, more meaningful ways, sharing a closeness that transcends physicality and enters the realm of shared history, trust, and companionship. Of course, each person's relationship with their sexuality is unique, and there is no universal standard for what intimacy should look like in older age. For some, a gentle hug, a warm embrace, or a shared moment of laughter may hold as much value as the act of sex itself. For others, exploring physical intimacy remains an important and fulfilling part of life. The key is to listen to your own needs, wants, and boundaries, and to communicate openly with your partner. Talking with a trusted friend, counselor, or health professional can provide additional support and guidance, especially if you're navigating concerns about performance, health, or self-confidence. This support can help you see that you are not alone in your experiences and that countless others share similar feelings and challenges. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 3 below to let me know that you are still here with me. It's also worth considering that intimacy doesn't have to fit any preconceived standard. Sexuality at this age can be an opportunity to explore intimacy in new, creative ways, without the pressure of younger years. Whether that means experimenting with new forms of connection, embracing slow and mindful intimacy, or simply enjoying the comfort of shared presence, this time of life offers endless possibilities for exploring and enjoying connection. When approached with openness and mutual respect, intimacy can become a source of renewal, a way to deepen your relationship and rekindle the bonds that have sustained you over the years. Remember, maintaining a connection to your sexuality has benefits that go far beyond the act itself. It's about permitting yourself to experience pleasure, to seek joy, and to nurture the parts of you that desire connection and companionship. These desires are fundamental to being human, and they do not vanish with age. Instead, they evolve, gaining new depth and meaning, and becoming a powerful reminder that life is still full of possibilities. Intimacy is not only a pathway to closeness with others, but also a journey of self-discovery, allowing you to reconnect with the part of yourself that desires joy, comfort, and companionship. If you still feel desire, let go of the notion that age has taken this part of life away from you. Embrace the idea that intimacy and closeness are not reserved for any specific age. Let yourself explore this part of life with curiosity, love, and respect for the journey you've traveled and the years that lie ahead. Seek out resources, speak openly with your partner, and if needed, consult health professionals who can offer advice and support tailored to your unique experience. Life doesn't stop, and the potential for connection, closeness, and pleasure doesn't stop either. As long as you feel the desire for intimacy, it's a gift that can enhance your life and bring joy to your days. After all, the journey of connection and discovery is timeless, and it's yours to embrace, now and always. As we come to the end of this journey through valuable lessons on living fully in every stage of life, I hope you found insights that resonate deeply with you. Each piece of advice is a reminder that life is meant to be enjoyed, cherished, and embraced in all its forms, whether by nurturing your relationships, caring for your body, or honoring your own needs. Now, I'd love to hear from you. What's one lesson you've learned today that you're inspired to put into practice? Please share your thoughts in the comments below. If this video has brought you value, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content dedicated to living a fulfilling, meaningful life. Thank you for watching, and until next time, keep making each day a little brighter.